Okay, so here's what we see in good players typically in the takeaway or P2. Shaft is first parallel to the ground. The shaft or the end of the grip is going to be outside the right leg. Some people call that width. But when they go to hit the ball in the downswing and get the P6 or shaft last parallel, the end of the grip is going to be almost on top of the golf ball. So that helps them compress the ball, hit the ground after the ball, etc. So it's a fairly complex move to learn at high speed, but if we start to formulate a plan of probably have to do this in a mirror for a while, of just going to the top of the swing, coming down quite slowly until the shaft is parallel to the ground and you see the butt end of the club is over top of the ball. And stopping there for a moment, then perhaps going back and up at that same place 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times again until you get the feel of where that is. Then you're using your eyeballs as well. And then the next objective is obviously to hit the ball. Now that's scary to a lot of people, but basically what you have to do is keep the grip moving in the direction of the target, and also it's going to move into your body. In simplistic terms, you're going to keep the grip moving in a circle. If you're facing down at your feet, the grip's going to move in a circle around your body. It's not going to move just linear tracing the target line. It's going to move forward and around you. And as you do that, your thumbs, which are pointing over here right now, are going to point at the ball. Okay, so the back of your left hand is square in the club face. Okay. Then goal number 3 is to check your follow through and make sure that you have a good amount of width between the butt and the club and your belly. Okay, so you're going narrow here, and we'll see that the grip is below the waist, probably halfway up the thighs. When we get to shaft parallel again, the grip is much higher in the air, and so the grip is moved forward and up, and the up part is because your body is extending, your left hip is extending, your left shoulder is extending as you rotate. Okay, so that's the basic gist of the drill, is to go from top of the swing, stop, and you're going to have a little momentum. It's pretty much impossible to do from a dead stop, but you're going to feel like you just put the club on the ball in slow motion from that spot. Okay, because you have to train the brain in little chunks of where you want that grip to be before you hit the ball. And I'm just going to show a couple different views, may or may not be helpful. So there's shaft parallel or P2. I'm going to go to P6, shaft parallel. You can't see what I'm doing obviously from this point, but you'll see that the club face is slightly angled down looking at the ball. We definitely don't want the club face facing the ceiling. See, the back of my left hand is kind of facing the ball. Now the back of my right hand faces the camera, and you can probably tell if I slow this down a little bit that the grip is now a little bit closer to my body than it was out here, right? Because that's probably the end cap of the grip. And then one more view. You're going to stop here. Make sure you've got the end of the grip pretty much on top of the ball. Club face looks in the general direction of the golf ball. And then you're going to allow your left hand to face the ball, or you can think of your thumbs are going to face the ball. And I purposely hit this off to the right so it didn't hit the camera, even though this is softball, didn't want to knock the camera over. But that's basically how you do it. Then again, when you get to the follow through, you want to make sure you've got some distance between your stomach and the end of the grip. So there's 3 separate areas to work on, but if you chunk it, do it nice and slow, hit these golf balls really, really slow and easy. It'll make your practice much more valuable than trying to do this at full speed, which is pretty impossible to learn unless you got many years to work on. Okay.